It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you want to know what it is? Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And a very warm welcome if you've just joined me on my channel, Niges View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. And today what I would like to do is show you some footage, and it's my own personal footage. And the date on the footage starts from the 25th of March 2017, goes to the 26th of March, and then finishes on the 27th of March 2017. Looking at the sun directly, you just couldn't see the object behind the shine, the brightness, the LED torch. It was only until I reviewed the video footage that I noticed that there was an object there. And I have a picture of a lens flare up here, and there's two reasons for that. Firstly, this reminds me of something totally different, and we'll get into that in a minute once we've watched the video. And the second thing is we've got a reflection of the object that we're just about to view in the lens flare itself. And I've been doing this channel for quite some time, and this is the first time I've seen a reflection of an object in a lens flare. So instead of talking about it, let's watch the video and talk about it afterwards. And today what I thought I'd do is come outside and do something a little bit different. And as you can see, it's blue skies and it's a gorgeous day. It's about 3:10. And then right in the background you can see that we've got a chemtrail plane going over. And then let's have a look at our sun. Oh look, we've got a lens flare that goes up and down, and left and right. And our sun looks like a massive big LED torch in the sky, like I've always said. What? Wait a minute, what's that underneath the sun? There seems to be an object, and it don't move when you move the camera. Ain't that strange? If you're trying to chemtrail that out, you're a little bit late, mate. As you can see, there's an object right underneath the sun, and you can see the lens petals that move. So if that was a camera normally, the lens petals wouldn't do that. They'd follow the camera, and they don't. They tend to bend with the camera. Don't know how well that's going to come out. Let's zoom in a little bit, and there you go. So we've got this object that's underneath the sun, and it seems to be blue. Well, from what I can make out anyway. But there's a number of things I want to point out with this object underneath the sun. If you look at the red lens flare, you can actually see there's a black mark. I don't know if you can notice that. And you can clearly see that there's an object in that lens flare if you look at the black mark. There seems to be also, I don't know how well that's going to translate, but as I'm doing that big circle, like there's a sky disc around that object, you see the ring going round and round. And as you move the camera out the way, it seems the sun seems to get really bright, like that LED torch I was talking about. But there's nothing there, nothing at all, is there? Nothing to see here, guys. Hey. Absolutely gorgeous blue skies. But of course, there is nothing wrong in any way, shape or form, is there? Nothing wrong in any way, shape or form. Oh, by the way, the time's now 4:30. I'm back outside. I've got a noisy neighbour with a motorbike. I've got a noisy neighbour with music. But that object is still there. Just an update for you. zoom in just a little bit. And being truthful, it seems like it's out of focus. So is that running through a lens backwards? Who knows? I just thought you might like to see that. And this clip was taken at 9 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the skies are chemtrailed as normal. We got our red lens flare and we got our blue planet object right at the bottom, 7 o'clock position of the sun. And what I do now is zoom in, and as I zoom in, it absolutely plays havoc with my camera. Whether it's a fault with the camera or the sun simulator, not really too sure. It's just really strange the way it happens. And this next clip that you're going to see is from 9:30. There's not much difference between the two. You've got the chemtrails, you've also got the red petal effect, but around the planet at the bottom there, you've got that circle which is more defined, and you can see it as I zoom in. And it's really strange how the camera starts messing up when you zoom in. Whether it's just my camera or not, I don't know. But notice how bright that sun is, and that ring round the outside of the sun, well, the sun simulator. And as you see, the camera goes back to normal now. But you still got that intense ring around the planet. So unfortunately, from the 26th, that's the only bit of footage we've got, because the clouds move in and the chemtrails move in. So we move on to the 27th. And the time this was taken was 3:15 in the afternoon. You can clearly see the red lens flare, and through the clouds you get to see that visible planet object with the ring around it. And as I zoom in, my camera goes mad yet again. Well, as you can see, it's a cloudy day out here. Totally different to yesterday. Absolutely totally different to yesterday. Today is more like winter than it is summer. Yesterday it was lovely, it was gorgeous. You could walk around in a t-shirt. Today you've got a jacket on, jumper. Really, is it summer? Is it winter? Not really too sure, to tell you the truth. Very cloudy. And the sun's just peeking through the clouds. Time now is approximately 3 o'clock. And I really can't see anything if I'm looking directly up. And the time on this next bit of footage is 4:30. And we're back in the garden again. The sun's finally poked its head through the clouds, as you can see, going down on the horizon now, setting. And that object is still there. Absolutely no doubt that there is an object there, and I'm going to call this a planet. 100% a planet. I just really want to know why nobody else is picking this up. It's just there. Oh look, it's sending the big camera absolutely nuts, man. It is just there for everybody to see. Absolutely everybody to see. So go on, everybody tell me there is nothing there, because I've been watching for the last 3 days. You can see it behind the clouds. Oh sorry, my camera's faulty. That's right. Before we go, what I want to do is grab a still from one of the videos and let's have a quick look. And as you can see, we've got a lens flare here, we've got this object underneath the sun with the ring around it, and we've got our sun as well. But what I would like to do is play with it in GIMP for just 2 seconds, and let's have a look. First of all, what I want to do is auto equalize it, and all of a sudden things start to change. And to me, remember what I was saying about, we'll have a look at this lens flare, it reminds me of something else. This reminds me of a sky disk. So if this is part, and I do believe part of the sun simulator, and this object here is part of the sun simulator as well, you can notice that there's two arms that come out that side, and there seems to be an arm that comes out that side, which would make a great deal of sense. But there's something else more interesting that I've just come across and noticed while we've done this. There's an object just here with a ring around it. Now, is that a reflection or a lens flare of this object here? Not rightly too sure. So what we're going to do, we're going to very quickly have a look at this in inverted. So what we're going to do now is reset the picture. Let's have a look at this. What we're going to do is invert the picture, and as you can see, things are totally changed. This object underneath here stands out really well. You've got this what I believe to be a reflection of the sun simulator, this to be a sky disk, and here's the reflection of this object, or is it possibly a reflection of this object? Not rightly too sure. And let's just very quickly play with the colour and the contrast. Well, sorry, the brightness and contrast. I can't read. And you get to see things totally change here. The object underneath there really starts to bring itself into its own, and the sun is now black, whereas it was white before. So white is black, black is white, but it just defines everything that you're looking at. And is this an object, or is it a lens flare or a reflection? Not rightly too sure, but that's all I've got for you today. Much love and peace. Please share this video with everybody you know, because I think it is very important. Much love. Catch you next time.